I think the challenge right now with the current administration in the US is there's a lot of noise, and we actually need to have some pretty nuanced discussions about the topics of tariffs as well as tax policy and these tensions. And what the tariffs are promoted as a way to, restore America and bring back America. But a very critical nuance is, are we trying to restore manufacturing capacity in the USA or manufacturing jobs? And they're very, very different arguments. The US definitely employs a significantly smaller percentage of the adult population in manufacturing today. But at any time in the US, there's anywhere from 3 to 500,000 manufacturing jobs open that cannot be filled across manufacturing plants in the US. And we also question if these are jobs that we want to bring back, right, given pay and the type of work. And so let's put that to a side for a bit. Another real discussion that we should be having, right, given the current geopolitical tensions and supply chain disruptions, not just from geopolitical tensions, but just, from kind of the fallouts of COVID now 5 years ago, is manufacturing capacity. Are there industries that nations should prioritize and potentially even subsidize to have, nearshored or potentially completely onshored, such as, for data centers, for chip manufacturing, for defense products? And Gene, we're not having this nuanced discussion, and it's leading to a lot of confusion, frankly, a lot of hyperbolic statements about what we can and cannot do. And this confusion is leading to a lot of inaction by American CEOs.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, what action do you think the American CEO should be taking?
Well, let's start by what they are doing, which probably
Okay.
feels
Yeah.
rational in the moment, right? Is if you're a CEO of a sizable American company right now, let's just be realistic, right? If
Mm.
you're a sizable American company, you have a board. That board meets a couple times a year, right? In set cadences outside of extreme emergencies, which some for tariffs did have emergency meetings for. We are also in an environment of very heightened uncertainty. Now, Gene, you and I can argue we have always, tried to grow companies through uncertainty. Uncertainty has
Mm.
always been here, and I take that, right? But there's something about this current level of uncertainty that's actually what I call closer to chaos, right? It's not just uncertainty, it's the volatility of the change and the lack of confidence of any statement made by some of our politicians right now when it comes to regulation. So, in this environment of chaos, the least costly option for CEOs is to do little to nothing, right? So, boards are not approving hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars of spend for brand new greenfield or brownfield manufacturing sites when the tariffs could change tomorrow. In just a couple of months, we have heard proclamations, very big dramatic boards put up about what the tariff numbers will be that were changed or paused or renegotiated or seemingly just forgotten about. So, with this complete lack of clarity and complete lack of confidence, any of these numbers are going to stick. You're not making any decisions. So, as much as paralysis is danger to a growth strategy, paralysis does for many seem like the most rational move right now until more clarity appears in the ecosystem.